I know that we did, or at least tried to do this paper yesterday, so I at least wanted to make sure that I went over this paper. That way, if you didn't get it, you can now understand it, and if you did get it, you can at least be able to check your answers to make sure that you got the right stuff and you understand what's going on. So if you notice, on each of these, at least on the first 6, you have to just take each of these equations and graph them. So functions, you can say that linear functions are actually pretty much the same thing as our slope type of stuff, where we had to do y equals mx plus b. It's the same thing. All right. So what I would do on each of these is there's a way, of course, that you can make sure that you're plotting these points by hand by doing rise over run. But an easier way that I would do it is just by taking these equations and plugging them into your y equals, getting 2 points, any 2 points you want to, and just plotting them and then making your line that way. So like on number 1, it says y equals 2x. So go to y equals, and if you didn't get this done, you didn't get it right, I would do this. I would erase whatever you have and correct it. So y equals is already there, so I'm going to type in 2x, and then press second graph. That way it'll get you that blue title that says table, so second graph. All right, there you go. That way you can find points, okay? Well, the points that I usually like to find, one of them at least, I like to make sure that it's the y-intercept. So basically, wherever x is 0, that corresponding or matching number on the y, that's your y-intercept. So in this case, my y-intercept is what? It's the origin, so it's 0, 0. So that's a proportional equation. Hooray, hooray. And then after that, just take one more point. Does it matter which point? No. As long as it fits on your graph, you're fine. So let's say I take this one right here, 2 and 4. So that means I'm going to go 1, 2 on my x, and then up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. There's your line. Easy, 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 easy. So then number 2, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go plot y equals negative 4x. And you can already tell just by looking between these two that since it didn't have a plus or a minus number after the x, you already know it's going to be proportional. So it's going to have to go through 0, sorry, 0, 0. So I'll plot that. There's 1 point I already had. Woohoo. So now I'm going to go ahead and just type this in. So y equals, I'm going to clear out what I have and then just put y equals negative 4x. So negative 4x. And then second graph. All right, so once again, just like we already pre-plotted, we knew that this was proportional. So we had 0, 0 as our first point. And then I'm just going to plot positive 1, negative 4. Why not? So positive 1, negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Simple. And do the same thing for number 3. So it says x minus 4. I'm just going to take that, plot it here. X minus 4. Second graph. There you go. Here's your y-intercept. So 0, negative 4. I would plot that. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my first point. Awesome. And then a second point I can do is 1, negative 3. So 1, negative 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go. So any 2 points, I would highly suggest that just one of those points be the y-intercept, and then the second point, whatever other point that you would want. As long as it can fit on the graph, you're good. So for number 4, x plus 3. So I'm going to just type x plus sign 3. Second graph. My y-intercept is at +3. We know that because our y-intercept is +3 right here. So 1, 2, 3. And then let's plot, why not, 1 and 4. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, of course, your lines aren't going to be perfect. I'm not asking for that. I just want to make sure that you know to take 2 points, plot them, and then make your line from there. All right, number 5 says y equals 3x plus 1. So 3x plus 1. All right, so there's a y-intercept at 0 and 1. That's located right here. So I'll plot that. And then, let's see, I'll plot, do we have 5? Yeah, -2, -5, why not? So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes, I am just picking random points after I pick my y-intercept. Does not matter. As long as it fits on the graph, I'm good. And then number 6, so this one says y equals 1/4 x plus 2. So I'm going to take that, go here, make my little alpha y equals pop up so I can type my fraction. So 1/4 and x plus 2. So there you go. Second graph. All right, so if you look here, it's giving me some fractions, all right? Me personally, I hate dealing with fractions, I really do. So just like we can skip around on the table and find 2 points like normal with whole numbers, I'm gonna do the same thing anytime I have fractions. So I'm first gonna make sure I put in my y-intercept, which is at, if you don't see it there, 0 and 2. So I'm gonna go to 0, 2, which is right here. And then I'm just gonna skip around until I find a whole number that I like. Haha, I like this one right here, 4 and 3. Nice, even whole numbers. So 4 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. There you go.